Hey, quick tip from Mike Magoo, 22-year eBay reseller, still learning as I go. Feedback revision requests. You get this notion in your head, or at least I did, that you're arguing with eBay to try to take your side in a dispute over the feedback that was left. No. eBay is just funneling a message from you to the buyer, you begging them to take the feedback back or to revise it or amend it or whatever the case may be. That's it. So when I would be writing back like angrily, I realized all I'm doing is making it worse because the buyer's like, fuck this. So you need to kind of like either don't deal with it at all and let it make enough sales that it fades off in time like it's supposed to, or just let time take its course and hope that buyers are smart enough to know the difference. Or, you have to write very humbly and contritely, sorry for the typo, I apologize. If you could remove the feedback, we'd greatly appreciate it. In the future, please give us a chance to respond first, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And maybe they do something, maybe they don't. It doesn't really matter. I'm deciding that mostly I just write replies, but I've learned don't write a snarky reply because all the other buyers are going to see it. So I write a polite reply. I say, no, I did put size tags. I wrote in the, I appreciate your response. I thank you for the purchase. We did put in the ad, in fairness, that there was no size tag and that there are measurement pics. So, there was a typo. We apologize and we are at fault. But in the future, we would like to have the opportunity to fix it before you leave feedback. So thank you. And, let me kiss your hiney a little bit more and please. But you know what? That gets to be like repulsive. So I just basically more or less don't get that many negative feedback. So when I do, I make a reply to make the person sound, I try to make myself sound decent and make them sound like a crank a little bit. So I don't recommend it. But if you're going to go through eBay, just take my advice or don't. This is just a suggestion that you approach it as eBay is not doing anything. You're not writing to eBay. You're writing to the buyer. And the buyer's already pissed off. So the best thing you can do is not write to them or kiss their tushy in hopes of them changing the feedback. And, a negative can be a thing. And I've tried to explain this to eBay, and I don't want to go too long in this video, but I've really tried to explain this to eBay higher-ups a number of times, that the feedback thing is very aggravating because some of the greatest relationships in business were made by a bad transaction. Because sometimes it's not, bad transactions are going to happen. Some things are going to happen. I've got 1,400 items. Certain people out there sell 100 items a day. Things are going to happen. USPS loses things. Labels come out wrong. Things happen. It's how it's resolved. It's how professional they are in solving the problem, how they can turn a lose-lose into a win-win. That's business. That's entrepreneurship. And that's, eBay discounts all that with the feedback system. It's very frustrating. I've told them that, look, I've turned these kind of things into repeat sales. I've shown them the repeat sales from people who left a bad thing or I had a bad initial thing with, because that's sometimes what happens. Sometimes two people wake up on the wrong side of the floor that day and then try to do something and it just kind of goes sideways. That happens in business, that happens in life, it happens in families and relationships, happens, on the road, it happens in the supermarket. So why wouldn't it happen in this transactional business that involves money and goods, which cause emotional feelings in people? You're parting with your money. So yeah, sometimes you feel helpless and your one weapon is to leave a negative feedback. I understand it. I like to do it too. But the nature of business is to reach out first, because you might do better than you think. If you'll see, some of my best feedbacks were from, problem orders. I can go back and show you one, but a problem order when it went wrong, but he was so cool. He knew it was shipping. I had one recently, like I caught it. The woman, she didn't tell me it was for an event and going to a different place. And when she did, in the last minute, I was able to pull it because it wasn't going to get there in time. So I had to change just the shipping stuff around. And then I ate the difference in the cost. And she left me a fabulous feedback. But it was because something went wrong in the order, but it wasn't really anyone's fault. But how do you resolve it? How professional are you resolving? How nice are you? How responsive are you? That's the difference. And eBay, the feedback thing doesn't give you a chance to do that. So I've told eBay that it's a really stupid thing, and I've also told them about the project. I mean the seller levels and all that stuff. You know, I've been with eBay 22 years, and they don't understand when I tell them, because you know, you get a customer service agent in Bangladesh, nice person, but they've been with eBay for 8 months, and it's like I go, do you know how many executives I've been through? You know how many people I've seen, managers and executives go to prison for harassing sellers. I've seen the stock go way up. I've seen it go down. I own it. I've seen so much, and some of these people are just freaking about every last thing. But here I am, 22 years in, and I got to learn a new thing. I didn't feel like learning it. It's Sunday morning at 5:30. Do you think I felt like learning this shit today and making a video about it? But the fact is, once again, I got a neutral feedback, and my initial knee-jerk reaction was, I'm going to answer it, and I'm going to fight on my behalf. And I realized, and now I learned. I looked at the email from them, and I said, what am I doing? I'm not fighting on my behalf. I need to kiss this guy's ass or shut up. That's it. But eBay doesn't really tell you that, sort of. You kind of have to, hold on, excuse me. Achoo! 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 They said it's going to be a mad pollen day. I guess they weren't kidding. Excuse me. So, yeah, that's a very professional way to do a video, but I'm leaving it in because I don't care anymore. I got to get to work. And, yeah, I'm at I think eBay's been really slow, and but I don't want to go digress and get all crazy there. But it's also, I've transitioned out of clothing into other things a little. I'm still doing clothing, and of course, it's back to school, so it's clothing time, and I'm selling, 70s magazines. I'm selling Hot Rod Man Cave magazines now that it's back to school, because I'm a fucking genius. But I did learn something about feedback, revision requests. Figured I'd pass it on. And I'm going to go now because I'm about to start sneezing again. So everybody have a great day. Peace. Be well. Take care of each other. Well, it's going to be a sneezy day. I don't really have that many allergies, I don't think, but I have hay fever. You know what? I don't know what hay fever is. That's what my grandmother used to call it. I don't know what, I guess hay fever was a name for allergies back in the day, but actually there's hay here, but I had this on Long Island. There was no hay. So hey, with the monkeys. All right, peace out. Have a great day, everyone. Take care, and good luck with your feedback revision requests. It's a slippery slope. See ya.